Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the Political Brown Kid here. And I did something that I thought I'd never do, but I did it. And that is, I went and had a professional consultation. And I use quote unquote professional because I don't think that can you really be a professional at love and dating? I guess so, maybe, but I just think it's hit or miss, you know. But I just went and sought paid consultation from the one thing I do definitely believe is not trusting your peers to give you feedback on yourself, specifically when you're talking about your looks and even with your personality and any of that. The problem of asking your peers, and that's where I think a lot of women go wrong. And I'm not trying to make this a woman thing. I know women are like, God dang it, there he goes again. But it's the truth because, and I'm not diving into women, hopefully too much, but I will say this: when you ask your peers for advice about yourself, the one thing that I have noticed between men and women, I could be wrong when I say this, is that women are when it comes to women and other women, there's like an unbreakable bond, and it's almost like a lemming like procession that you all have. You'll be yes men to each other. You're not hypercritical of one another. It's just because women are more nurturing creatures, where men are just more, pragmatic, should I say? For I'm just trying to keep it use terms to not trying to trigger certain people. But I think women are more nurturing and men are just pragmatic. So when women, talk with, you look at the way women do their kids, they're not, they try to, men seem to be a lot harder and rougher because they're trying to prepare them for the real world and it's going to be tough out there. Women, not to say that women don't do those things, but they don't do it to the extent that men do. But definitely when women are with each other, women are they treat each other with kids' gloves. And so when you go to females, and even this is female professionals, when you go to them, there's going to be kind of this sisterhood because number one, they're probably, and I'm just making a hypothetical here, that quote unquote professionals probably empathizing with what you're going through, and then they kind of reliving some moments. So they're probably not giving you more rational, pragmatic advice. They're giving you more emotional advice. So today, I did not today, but this past week, I did consultation with two females because see, hey, look, I just talked about, I'm not going to go seek a male's advice on, my appearance in certain things because I was just trying to figure out like what's going wrong with me on the dating apps because I kind of know what's going wrong with me on the dating apps. I'm very average looking and probably even below that, but that's another point. Um, I just wanted to get a woman's perspective on like, just take a look at me and give me feedback on like my looks. Just give me feedback on what I look like. And, I got some feedback. One, they kind of split. And again, when you're dealing with looks are subjective. You can hear people talk about, oh, it's science proven. It's not. I mean, there is a general, probably overall, but you have to understand too, one, that's Western science base, but also too, it just doesn't take into fact other scenarios. There are because some women just like scruffy looking dudes. Some women may like a guy with a scar on his face because it makes him look, like he has an edge to him or something. But there's just some women that go for that. I know women that say they don't like pretty boy. They don't like a man that looks too clean. They don't like a man that looks like Prince, basically. That looks too pretty. You hear these certain things. So people just have, and then there are women who love that look. So, I hear what people want to say. People always want to science the heck out of everything, but science just doesn't apply to a lot of things. So I know that opinions differ, and based upon the results that I got back from the outside consultants that I, asked, I got wide ranges, I got definite wide ranges, and I was surprised. One was low, one was higher than what I would expect as far as my looks. But I wasn't offended, and then I had one that was like, and the one was just kind of concerned that I would want to even go there. But the fact is, you need to go there. I need to, give it to me raw and plain. Tell me what I look like. So, and then, they want to get into this, when they start looking at your pictures and everything else too, they start looking at, hey, look at how you're dressed, look at your clothes, look at this. What you want to do is wear this and you want to wear that. And then they want to start trying to dress you up in a certain manner. Now with me, I was like, I'm not going to wear those type clothes because that's not me. That's not my personality. I don't dress like that. So I'm not going to dress a certain way just to lure women in, just so you can like me or like my photos. My thing is, this is the way I am. You're going to take me the way that I am. Most of the time, you're going to see me in some sweatpants, in a hoodie, or, like some jeans and a t-shirt. That's the way you're going to see me. I mean, maybe I should throw up a picture of me in a suit, maybe just to show people the one time a year, if that I dress up, that I can get dressed up. But my thing was, I just want you to see me as you're normally going to see me. And I think that that's kind of what women miss the point with men is that, we don't necessarily require you or, want you to be, makeup down. Definitely not lace front wig, because some of these lace fronts just they don't look natural on certain people. You look at them, you're like, that just doesn't even look right. So you don't necessarily have to be like that. You don't have to have a bunch of makeup on. And even when you go out on a date, not unless you're going somewhere to, some high acidity event. But if we're just going out and we're just going to some regular restaurant, I would prefer, of course, everybody wants to look presentable when you come out in public, but you don't necessarily have to make a big deal about how you come out, because I prefer to see you in your natural state, maybe some little bit of lipstick and some, little blush or whatever it is. But I definitely don't want to see those big long lashes. Definitely don't want to see a lace front wig. I want to see what your real hair looks like and, just come out and be who you are. So, and I think that that's what a lot of people miss the point on, is particularly women. And I'm going to wrap this up and say this too. I think that, to be honest with you, how women say that men are, we know men are visual creatures. Men are visual creatures, but women, the one thing I will say about women is you're visual creatures too. In a way, you're more shallow than men. And I say that because I'll say this is, and this is not to beat up on women, but this is a point of fact, and I don't know any other word but shallow, because once again, I'm freestyling. So a lot of times when I'm talking to this microphone, I'm not comfortable yet. So I just kind of lose some words and I forget some things. I don't know. It's like having a camera. It's like a deer in the headlights when you see this, the record bars just going. But men, I think when we see a woman when we're online, if we're online and we see a woman, and even out in public, if we see a woman out in public or online out in public, as long as she looks decent, she can have on some Pro Kids, a pair of just no-name jeans, but they're jeans. And, as long as she looks decent and, we like the frame, we like her frame, and we like her face, dude, we're going to talk to you. We're gonna step to you. And that's even true on the website. If you're on a website and you just got on some Pro Kids and some no-name shorts and just a regular old t-shirt, and we like your pictures, we're going to swipe right. But what I'm getting the feedback from all of these dating consultants is what you need to do is you need to wear this. And you need to throw on a suit, and you need to make sure the suit is just look like you're having fun in your pictures. Go ahead and, do this and do that in your pictures, and show some pictures with you out, I guess, skee balling and skiing down a hill or playing football in the Los Angeles Rams stadium at the football field, or, be out shooting pool with a bunch of girls around. They want to make it into a daggone production like I'm in a Biggie Smalls video. And it's just kind of like, why is it that I have to look like, my pictures are just too bland? And my thing is, that's the way that I look. I'm not going to show you like Monday through Friday for the most part. I'm working and then I'm home chilling. Sorry that my life is not fantastical and I'm not taking international trips every weekend and getting quote unquote stamps in my passport, as these women like to say. But to me, it's like, women, you're the ones that are more shallow because you're looking for too much. Like, you want us to be wearing all this type of clothes. You want us in these type of outfits. But, and then, if you're looking at our pictures and we look quote unquote boring, you're passing us by. If we're boring and if we look like we're having fun, but we don't dress right, then you're passing us by. If our shoes look horrible, you're passing us by. So you're finding every little reason to nitpick with a guy to kind of dismiss him. So that's the reason why I say that women are a lot more shallow than men. Yeah, men are visual creatures, but women, there's just so much, there's so many layers and intricacies with you all that you all are just being ultra picky. And that is a part of the problem. So I'm going to wrap this up because I was trying to keep this short, but obviously not. Once again, I talk too much. But just let me know what you guys think. Definitely hit the like and subscribe if you're new here and if you haven't done so. That way you can come in and listen to me run my mouth about all kind of topics, particularly love and relationships, because that's what I'm out in these streets looking for, and I get frustrated with it. But also, I think it's an interesting conversation to have. And then also, definitely leave comments. If you disagree, drop disagreements in there. If you agree, definitely drop comments in there as well. And also tell your friends and your family to come check out the channel. Once again, this is the Political Brown Kid. Take care.